Fit for a King just released their new record, The Hell We Create, and oh my goodness, it is so good. I didn't really know what to expect going into this album. I've been following Fit for a King ever since they signed to Solid State Records, and I've pretty much liked everything that they've made. With their last record, though, The Path, it wasn't my favorite thing. I don't particularly love the arena metal, rock metal, it's fine, but it's not my favorite thing. It's not what I've come to expect from Fit for a King. But for the most part, even that record, I still really enjoy. But I was kind of worried that going into The Hell We Create, that it would be kind of bouncing off of a lot of the same stuff. And that kind of seemed obvious from the get-up in the singles that they were releasing. But I think they found a better balance here on The Hell We Create. They found a better way to meld the different influences that they have, so it's a little less jarring. And just to get it out of the way right at the beginning of the video, if I had one criticism of The Hell We Create, it's more of just a general criticism of the direction of Fit for a King, which is that they're kind of in two ballparks of metalcore. There's the kind of metalcore that they started off at, which is the ones and zeros, breakdowns, more modern metalcore. And then there's the traditional metalcore, more of the As I Lay Dying, Killswitch Engage style, which I like. But I would kind of prefer to see Fit for a King pick a lane. Just in the context of this album even, Eyes Rolled Back and The Hell We Create don't sound anything alike. If Fit for a King want to keep writing songs like The Hell We Create and Sink Below, that's cool with me, but it does still sound jarring a little bit in the context of Shattered Glass and Eyes Rolled Back and Reaper, and I find that those two styles, yes, they're both metalcore, but I don't think that they blend that well. However, I think part of why they can do that is they want to keep going with the range, which I'm cool with. I have loved getting to see Ryan come into his voice more, and he gets to do some of the rock stuff. He gets to do the traditional metalcore stuff, even tapping into a little bit of a deathcore thing here and there. It's so awesome to get to see him grow as a vocalist. And then, like I said, taking those different influences that they have in the guitar side of things as well, finding a way. And I think The Hell We Create is so far the best they've been able to do with that and blending those two styles. And I think that part of what I'm saying here might be taken out of context in the idea of if they have to pick a lane, that maybe they can't do the rock thing anymore. And I don't even think that's true, even in the context of The Hell We Create. If you take the more traditional metalcore route, you can keep writing rock songs, just like Falling Through the Sky, or on the last record, Locked in My Head. And then if you're wanting to go the more modern metalcore route and you want to keep writing rock songs, there's Fracture, Reaching Out, both on this new record. And then on previous records, there's songs like Death Grip. There's When Everything Means Nothing. Yeah, I think they could pick a lane and still have that dynamic range. However, if we're just talking about the songs, if we're not talking about the album as a whole and the flow, and the fact that, yeah, to me personally, it's a little jarring to have these two styles of metalcore that I think are very different. Every single song on this record is good. If Fit for a King's goal is we're just writing metalcore, we don't want to pick a lane, we don't care about picking a lane, and we just want to write good songs, bravo, they've done it. In fact, I already mentioned Fracture and Reaching Out. Those are actually maybe my two favorite songs on the record. I really like it when heavier bands can slow it down just a smidge. These songs are still heavy. There's a breakdown in Reaching Out. They're both heavy songs, but they're, taking it back just a smidge. And I really like those two songs. All of the singles were great. The guest spot from Ghost Inside on Times Like This, great feature. The hooks on this record are amazing. I think really all of the songs are pretty catchy. A lot of really memorable guitar moments as well, which I think is pretty important in this genre. Overall, I think it's amazing. I think it's right up there with Dark Skies as my new favorite Fit for a King record. Again, it's really cool to see them branch out and, if they're not going to pick a lane, It's cool that they seem to at least be attempting to bridge the gap. And I think the song that does that best is End, The Other Side, which is a great song, by the way. And that song particularly does a great job illustrating something that I think really matters on this record, which is good lyrics. That song and Reaching Out. I think if we're just talking about lyrics, I think those are the best two songs on the record, and they're phenomenal. Some of their best work yet. I would say Falling Through the Skies is shortly behind there. Really, I could just go on and on about pointing at each song and being like, this is cool, this is also cool. Like, again, if Fit for a King's focus is like, we don't want to pick a lane, we don't care that these two styles of metalcore are very different, we're just going to do a really good job writing both styles. They did it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this record. I personally have enjoyed it immensely. Oh, one last note on Reaching Out. I think, unless there's a smaller section that I missed, Reaching Out is also, I think, the only song with Tuck singing on it. And I think he is a great singer. He has a side project called Off-Road Minivan, which is phenomenal. I love that band. I realize that with Ryan being the front guy and he doesn't play an instrument in the band, Tuck, is their bass player, it would be... I think part of it is that they just don't want Ryan to be bored during the shows. So having him just do more of the singing is good. I think they could experiment more. I think they could find more ways to have them do, I don't want to say duet styled singing, but I don't know what else to call it. Like they could be feeding off of each other. And maybe they do that more live, but I feel like they could do like back and forth kind of singing. They could do some layered. They could be harmonizing with each other. I think that Tuck has a really, really awesome voice. Part of why Reaching Out is my favorite song on this record, I think, is in part of Tuck's singing. Not purely. I said that I think it's one of the best songs on the record as far as lyrics go, and it's really dynamic, which to me is a big part of what makes a good song. It makes you feel things. It makes you feel the heavy parts feel heavier when there was something to contrast it. But yeah, just some food for thought. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments what you think of the record. What are a couple of your favorite songs? Am I silly? Is the contrast between the two metalcore styles, is that not as big of a deal as I think it is? Let me know. And I will see you guys later. My next album review is for Demon Hunter's new record, Exile. I will be releasing that in a couple of days. See ya.